He's just a good old boy who loves burning rubber and driving fast.
All right, folks, I am here at the race shop, and over the next couple days, I am going to put out videos introducing you to the race team. These will be once a day, I hope, for the next few days. Get a little background on each and every person that works on this RWR Racing Parts Plus Top Fuel Dragster. Hope y'all enjoy this. All right, Mr. Blaine Mullikin here.
Yep, that's me.
So the last thing I just talked to Izzy about is, and I'm going to ask this very first, then I'll go back to where I started. How much do you hate me in this? And you can be honest.
Man, at first it was tough having a camera pointed at you all the time, but all the time that we spend together on the road and at the track and stuff like that, I've gotten a lot more used to it.
You have.
So
it's
not so
better.
Bad. Yeah, it's not so bad. Is it my favorite thing? Not necessarily.
Right.
But it's not so bad.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna back up and so, where are you from? Where's home?
Home is Janesville, Wisconsin.
And where is that near?
So it's probably 30 to 40 minutes south of Madison.
Okay. All right.
And our home track is Union Grove.
Union Grove. Been there.
Yep.
Not with the Top Fuel car, but I've been there. So how did you get from Wisconsin to McLeansboro, Illinois, and Doug Stringer's team? How'd that happen?
Sometimes I wonder the same thing. No, I went to school at UNOH, so I got a degree in high performance automotive, and I always wanted to work on race cars, so I thought that was going to be the place to be, and got my CDL through there. And once I graduated, it was within a week I was in contact with Kaylin, and she said, well, we need a racks guy. So within a week of graduating UNOH, I was dropping my stuff off in Wisconsin and heading down to McLeansboro.
Within a week of graduation?
Within a week. Yep. I didn't have anything set up. I had no plans. I knew I wanted to work on race cars, but it's about who you know and reaching out and stuff like that. Networking is huge if you wanted to do it. So I just took a shot in the dark and sent Kaylin a message on Instagram, said, how do I do what you do? And have your CDL, do this, be on the motorsports team at UNOH, do this. I checked all the boxes. She said, send the resume, and the rest is history.
So what was the first day you show up at Doug's? What was that like for you? I don't mean what you did, just like was it like, oh my goodness, what I get into here? Or?
I mean, it was a little overwhelming. I know Chris Newton, he was the car chief at the time, and there was some cattle guard poles that needed to be welded. So within a half an hour of being at the shop, he asked if I knew how to weld, and I said, yeah, I'll weld them up for you. So I did that, and it was actually kind of a slow day because we were just loading and getting odds and ends ready and sweeping the shop and stuff like that. So I got roped into sweeping and mopping, and that's how it started.
Yeah. So you weren't there very long before stuff was getting loaded and hit the road then? Yeah. I mean, I showed up there at, I think it was probably lunchtime, and we all went out to dinner by 5:30, and it was pretty quick. And the next day we left to go to Charlotte. So I'm trying to remember, and my memory's horrible. So when you showed up, we literally went right to a race.
Yeah, it was next day. It was me and Jeffrey. We were.
So you come in April? Or was it the fall Charlotte race?
No, it was the first
spring race.
Yeah, it was the 4 wide in Charlotte, so it was probably first week of May.
Holy moly! So, what was that like for you? First time standing behind the car, and it ain't 2 of them.
No, there's 4.
4 of them.
That was the first time I'd ever been to a 4 wide race. Basically, the only NHRA events I had been to was Joliet. My dad and I would go to, and that was one of the only races we would ever go to. So going to Charlotte, and it was a night run, and there's 4 of them, so it was overwhelming. And then we blew the puke tank tube off and started a huge fire.
Oh, I've got photos of that.
Yep.
I do.
Big old fireball.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
Be dang.
Well, what did you do on the starting line? Did you have a spot, or were you just up there? Like, did you have any rubbing the tires, or which
No.
we didn't even do that back then, I don't think.
No, we didn't. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember if I set up the GoPro or not.
Yeah,
I might have.
I think you might have too.
But I believe that was my only responsibility. And then
Yeah.
a couple of races down the line, I got roped into driving the golf cart and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So what was your first position on the car? I mean, like,
Racks.
yep. So rods and pistons.
Yep, rods and pistons. Yep.
And you did that all the first year?
Yep, all first year I did that. And then, you know, there was a couple people that were changing spots and people had left and
Yeah.
came back and stuff like that. So first year was racks and second year was cylinder heads. Third year cylinder heads, and now fourth year is the clutch.
So that has been a hot topic, obviously.
Yep.
Everybody that watches, including me and him, we love Kalen. You know, no question about it. So what people don't know, and I've tried to answer a lot of those comments, they have no clue that y'all were already like in process of you taking that spot for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the last 3 races. I put the clutch in the car almost every qualifier.
You did the cylinder head and did that.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I was doing both.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think there was only a handful of times that throughout the last 3 races that Kaylin was actually bolting it in the car.
Right.
So.
Right. And she's been awesome, like, you know, notebooks, notes,
Oh,
all
yeah.
the stuff, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So again, a lot of y'all have asked about it, you know, what are you going to do? Well, this is what we're doing, and it's not, you don't have the 5 or 6 years experience she had, but at the same time, you've got Jimmo, you got Jesse, which y'all will find out Jesse's also a clutch guy.
Yep.
And you had a lot of heads up that you were going to make this move.
Yeah,
you
it
know.
wasn't just like
It wasn't last week.
yeah, it wasn't Pomona rolls around when you get back to the shop and hey, you want to do the clutch?
Yeah.
No, it had
Yeah.
you know been in the works a little bit. So
And you wanted that position. You were ready to move and learn another part
yeah.
of the car, right?
I mean, I still love doing cylinder heads. Like cylinder heads, it's
Yeah.
you know
It's second nature now,
yeah, it's
right?
second nature, and there's a little bit of it's a comfort zone
Yep.
because I know the department inside and out, but at the same time, cylinder heads is a lot of work, and so is a clutch, and you say that about every department on the car.
yeah.
But it got to be pretty repetitive, and I was doing the same things, and I'm not saying I've seen it all,
Yeah.
but you know I've probably seen 95% of it, 97% of it.
Yep.
So it was nice to, you know, take the opportunity and get to learn a new department.
This will be a question you probably don't know the answer to, but I've got a roundabout answer. So how many runs do you think you have made in the cylinder head department?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did the math not that long ago. I think it's close to 300.
Yeah, that's. I knew it would be.
Yeah, it's got to be 280. Or,
Yeah. So that's
300,
what,
so.
560 cylinder heads that you've
yeah.
rebuilt. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a lot of cylinder heads.
Yep.
So yeah, you've seen a lot of it in a couple years' time. So ask this to everybody too. Your highlight of all your racing so far
Highlight of racing
for you.
for me,
Yeah.
it had to be winning Joliet, because that was an event that my dad and I always went to.
Yeah.
And,
Heck
you
yeah.
know, it was the first year back at Joliet, and I hadn't been there since they had actually a couple of years before they closed, because
Yeah.
we hadn't been back since I went to
When you were in
UNH.
school, yeah.
So it had to, it's got to be winning Joliet, getting the cooler dumped on me and all that. That was awesome.
So that's something I haven't even thought about. So explain the deal about getting the cooler dumped on you. That's like a crew guy deal. So explain what that is.
You know, honestly, I didn't really know about it. I had seen, you know, coolers be dumped on people before, but you get your first win, you're getting a cooler dumped on you. And it's not room temperature water. It's like we're taking bottles of water out of the cooler. There's
Yeah.
still ice in it.
Right.
There's water. It's freezing cold.
Yeah.
Yep. You get
And
it dumped on you.
that is just like a NHRA deal. I
Yep.
mean, crew guy deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
First win.
First win, you're getting dumped.
You're getting dumped.
Yeah. I saw that, and I knew it was coming.
See, I had the cooler was on the golf cart, and all the drinks were out of it, and I was like, "What are all these doing here?" And it didn't even click to me. I was like, looking back,
Yeah,
we're getting dumb time.
yeah, because it was you and Austin, right?
Me, Austin, and Izzy.
And Izzy. Yep.
It was us three.
Yep.
Oh, and Zane too.
Yep. Zane too. That's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
That is right. So now, talking about that, let's talk about the old head getting shaved.
Oh yeah.
So how did that come about? What was
I mean,
what led up to that?
yeah. So the deals. I mean, on the team. We're all a big fan of making deals with each other. You know, you do this, I'll do that. We'll give you $10. We'll
Right.
do this. We'll do that. So Izzy had a long-standing bet with Chris Newton from 21 that he wasn't going to get a haircut until he won a race. Well, he finally won a race. Chris
Yep.
Newton wasn't a part of our team anymore. Still shaved his head.
Yep.
So then it was.
Got a haircut. Yeah.
Yeah, got a haircut.
Yeah, which he needed it.
He did. It was bad. It was bad. And then I was next, and I had to shave my head. And
For
then-
our next win.
for the next win.
Yeah.
So that came in Joliet. And to be honest, I was already going in this direction anyway, so it's not so bad. I kind of like it.
Yeah. Well, it would have been our Denver, right? Because we won. Joliet was the first one for y'all.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I'm skipping a couple.
yeah.
I'm skipping a couple. So yeah, it was Izzy for was that Joliet?
That was y'all's first win, right?
Yep. So that was Joliet.
Yep.
Then it was Jesse with his beard
With his beard.
for Denver, and
Yep.
it was my head for
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yep.
I missed a couple in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last couple here. So your goals for the season.
I mean, it's got to be turn on win lights. Get some Wallies. Get a couple more of them. A few more.
Yeah. So how many races are you predicting that we win?
I almost don't even want to speak it into existence, but I'll say I think we easily got 6 of them.
Wow. Okay.
5 or 6.
I like it. I
Yep.
like it.
That's
I
where
like
I'm
it.
at.
And we know the answer to this. Me and you do. And I got to ask it anyway because people may be watching for the first time. Biggest mistake you've ever made
Oh,
on a Top Fuel car?
on the Top Fuel car, yeah. So it was Denver in 21, and were we in? It was a semifinal.
Semifinal,
It was
yeah.
the semifinals. I was doing racks at the time, and I had left the top 2 rings off of cylinder number 2.
Oh, you remember right down to the cylinder?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. So then the long-standing joke was, where did the rings go?
Yeah.
And I got the nickname Ringo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's easily the big. It took us out of we were the car to beat.
Oh, we were the car to beat.
We were going to
And
win the race. So.
I mean, let's face it, the car we were racing had basically a bye run round 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You know, so what happened? What on the run? The car started.
Oh,
Yeah.
We did the warm-up. We rolled up there. The car did a burnout. Backs up. You stage. And I don't even think it made it a foot. And pan pressure
Pan pressure shut her off.
Shut it off like that. It did do a burnout, though,
It
which
did do
I
a
was
burnout.
surprised.
Yeah, it did do a burnout.
Yeah, that's
No Ringo, but now you're clutched, so you know
Yep.
you're not the ring guy no more.
nope, not me.
All right, perfect. That is, I think that's it. See, it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't so bad.